Listen to the people. Listen to humanity. Listen to the parrot. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Listen to the people. Listen to humanity. Listen to the parrot.
Hi, I am Dustin Pickering from Parrot Literary Corner. You know me, your noble and honest host, and I've got exciting news for you. Last anthology, Series 1, The Literary Parrot, did such a great job. We wanted to continue to provide this community service to our viewers and to our contributors to the program. So please get up and get a copy immediately. You know, if you're in this book, you want to get a copy. If you're not in the book, you want to get a copy and see what we're doing. You want to be excited with us. We want you on this program, and we hope to see you sometime soon on The Literary Parrot. You have to get your hands on this copy. It's amazing. It's an absolutely beautiful anthology meant just for you. Our past guests have been invited back to contribute yet again to this Series 2. We do this quarterly anthology. We will be doing this after our 200 episode milestone. As of this last quarter, we reached 200 episodes, and past that, get up and get a copy immediately. This is the only TV show on earth for creative writers, and our guests are amazing. They're also community activists building from the ground up. This program is for everybody out there who is a creative mind. Order several copies if you can and donate to local libraries. Give them to your friends, cousins. Do you know that there is a publishing company that wants to make life easier for you as a writer? This publishing company is called World Inkers Printing and Publishing. We publish in all different languages, and we're looking for writers of all genres, all formats. We're looking for scholars, ghostwriters, playwrights, poets, short fiction, novelists, you name it. We're looking for anybody who is interested in writing and the craft of writing to be in touch with us. You can reach us at info.worldinkers@gmail.com. With World Inkers Printing and Publishing, you do not require a lot of money to publish with us. Contact us today at info.worldinkers@gmail.com. Become a winner with other authors at World Inkers Printing and Publishing. Give us a shot. We will surely finish you. Hello, welcome to World Inkers Network. I am Dustin Pickering, your noble and honest host. This is episode 254, and today we have Timothy Wade Payton, who was born June 18th, 1976. He's an American writer, artist, award-winning poet, book reviewer, literary critic, and tutor. He is widely recognized as a public figure within the culture of poetry as a whole, as well as being an ambassador of humanity representing Ghana, West Africa, and universal ambassador of peace representing France. Timothy began writing at the age of 15 and would write for family and friends as a hobby. Timothy has helped and encouraged numerous writers with his selfless contribution to the world of literature and continues to thrive and enlighten the world around him. Timothy also has written a poetry book entitled Scattered Colors, which is available on Amazon. Thanks for joining us on the program today. Timothy, how are you?
I'm doing great today. Hello there, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world right now watching. Doing great today. Too blessed to be depressed there, Dustin.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful day. It's nice and cool outside, and it's exciting, and we got the program running, and so we're going to have an interesting discussion about your works and your creative output. So tell us about Scattered Colors. What is the title of that book? How does it relate to the theme of the production of the literature within the book?
Yes, my poetry book, Scattered Colors, which is available on Amazon and also through myself. Scattered Colors is basically, if you think about like how life is full of colors. You got bright, you got dark, you got this, you got that. And through life, that's what I came up about is like, I just thought about I came up with a collection of poems and I displayed different issues and topics that I've experienced in my life. Individuals, family, heartbreak, emotion of love. I even speak on seasons. And when we all go through different aspects of life. Sometimes it's bright as the sun, or it could be dark and gloomy as a storm. It could be enlightening. It can be surreal. And they all have their own emotions, hence collars.
Hmm.
So that's the reason why I went ahead and did it with scattered collars, because I'm taking you all through, a walkthrough of what I went through during that time period when I wrote this. And, you may actually even see yourself in my words,
Hmm.
universal standpoint. So, like I say, scattered collars is available through myself. And if anyone would like to know or get yourself a copy, you can get in touch with me through Messenger on the Facebook, or you can contact me on my Gmail, which is Tim's Music 9. And that is TIMMS Music, the number 9 at gmail.com.
Excellent. So I definitely encourage viewers to take a look at that. Do you associate color and emotion, and why do you think that is?
Well, I think they are as one. I believe emotions and colors, they both express. You could see blue, and that could possibly, make you feel a certain way, make you feel
Hmm.
blue, or it can make you feel calm. You may see yellow and orange, and it may bring something bright out, or red. You may think of the sun. You may feel, blood running through the veins. This colors and emotions go hand in hand, because when you go through life, you're going to feel emotions, and believe it or not, you may see something. You may see a billboard. You may
Hmm.
see, background. You may see these paintings I have.
Hmm.
They're going to speak to you in a certain way. Some emotions may be felt when you see a certain color. Somebody may make you feel a certain way when you see a
Hmm.
color. So that's the way I feel. Emotions and colors definitely go hand in hand.
Absolutely. I think the visualization process, it's an interaction when you see a color and and you relate to it in a way, and different people have different reactions to different colors. The same way a poem can be represent something for one person, it represents something totally different to the next person. And it's really interesting how that subjectivity works. And what do you think of how do you, as an author, when you're wanting to write about something, how do you relate it to the reader in a way that you think conveys the emotion or the intention that you want to have to the reader?
Well, I feel us as poets or even writers, we're word artists,
Hmm.
and we are visualizers in our mind and our heart and emotions. So I feel I'm speaking for myself, when I write poetry, I may write it from myself, but I try to convey it into a universal standpoint. So it may be coming from me, but you can read it and you see yourself within those words. It's like looking into a mirror and you see a reflection of sorts.
Hmm.
I like to convey my writing from, you go ahead and you see, like I'm speaking to you. It
Hmm.
conveys you a message that there may be somebody out there, like, that may be going through depression. And I have written a poem on depression, and you may see that I am writing from me, from a personal standpoint, but I put something out there, and someone's out there like, wow, someone actually feels the same way I do, can see the same way I see, can feel the same way I feel. And as us as poets, word artists, we're illustrating from personal experience or something we're inspired by, motivated by,
Hmm.
hurt, felt happy about. So that's why I feel poetry is a really key point, especially in the times we're living in right now. So many people are going through so many things. So
Hmm.
they feel that no one understands what they're going through because they're going through their own thing. But
Right.
poetry actually opens up doors and can really make a life-saving change in somebody's life.
Absolutely. And I wondered if any religious faith plays a part in your work.
I do have a relationship with God. Yes.
Hmm.
My name is Timothy, which stands for honoring God.
Hmm.
So, God first in everything. And I like to to enlighten with my words, to uplift with my words, and love with my words. And that is all of an enlightenment of a higher power of the great,
Hmm.
great Lord, great God.
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
Absolutely. I agree. So, tell us a little bit about some of your ambassadorships. When did that come about, and how did you connect with that?
Well, I started here on Facebook, February 2nd of 2017, which that's right around the corner. I'll be 5 years this year.
Hmm. Hmm.
I just started out reading poems live and just sharing people's poetry and just doing my thing, not really going at it as trying to get any accolades or anything like that. But I had been, I believe his name was Sylvester Stallion, I think, or no, Sylvester Stallone. He's something like that. I haven't spoken with him in years, but Sylvester Stallone, not the same as the actor. He has he had an acquaintance over in Ghana, West Africa, by the name of Wahi Musa,
Hmm.
and he um he got connected with me and he seen my work and he was impressed. So he seen what I was doing and he approached me through Facebook and he had at the time it was a HPAW, which is a African. I'm just see right here. It's African Prince Art World membership, and he presented me with Ambassador of Humanity through representing Ghana, West Africa, and that was just even when I think about that, that's just a really surreal, very surreal,
Hmm.
like mentioning in honor and representing a country just
Hmm.
from coming on here reading poetry, and then it just goes to a different place. And another individual, her name is Anna Marie. Um, she had seen the same thing, and she said I really enlightened her, and she just seen how my words and my poetry touched so many people. And she went ahead and bestowed upon me the honor of a universal ambassador of peace representing France. So that was another surreal, and I'm just really, really a humble individual. I do appreciate the accolades and things like that,
Hmm.
and I just do my thing, So
Yeah, you never know where it takes you. I mean, I mean, myself included. I've started a journal in 2010, and it's gone all the way to this and other things, and so you never know where life will take you. It just steers you wherever, you know. So,
absolutely, congratulations there, Dustin, on what you're doing. You're doing a
thank
great
you
thing.
so much. How do you approach language in your poetry? Like, how would you describe your style of writing?
Well, to think about it in this aspect, I've been a writer going on 31 years this year.
Hmm.
So it's evolved. It started out as like love poems, lovey dovey type of things like that. But then it evolved into a therapeutic piece.
Hmm.
And it's like a journal of life. Whenever I feel inspired, I feel motivated by something. Something speaks to me. It could be a conversation. It could be a conversation like me and you. It could be a brainstorm.
Hmm.
So it's sporadic. Um, I would just write in so many things. Like hence, when I wrote "Scattered Colors," you're getting emotions from family, some love, some seasons. So when I look and approach a poem, I like to think of it like this. I'm a poetic architect in the
Hmm.
word. So, I like to build a housing. So it comes to about like sometimes I can't even really explain it. It's just I just get into that zone and then the words just come out. And sometimes like it could, like I say, it could be conversation, it could be music, it could
Hmm.
be something I see, a picture, and something may pop in my mind. Like I may even look up in the sky and it's a beautiful day today, blue cloud, blue skies, cloud, sun, and that could just enthrall into something and just
Hmm.
roll with it. So I really don't like to go into with the plan. It's just
Mm-hmm.
somebody may inspire me with something, and I just get into my mode and just write it out.
Do you how often do you edit, and what is that process like?
What I'll do is I try to just go through it, just whatever I'm feeling. Then whatever I'm feeling, I will go and go back and look over it. And I actually sometimes I use Grammarly. I
Mm-hmm.
like Grammarly and see where I may have like missed a quotation or a period or a word misspelling.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like I say, a proofread things like that. And sometimes I have people I may share my works with and ask them like, what do you think about this? Do you think this may need to be fixed up or things like that? So it's always good, and this is a key point I like to bring out is that a lot of times people may write a poem
Mm-hmm.
and throw it out there without reading it and not looking over it, and
Right.
because they get so excited, like I gotta share this, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to share your work, but you want to get it prepared nicely to be presented to the world to read. That's just I feel, and because you want to have the reader read and understand and can feel your words and not have it to be like a headache, like trying to read something and you know there's sometimes I'll read poems and they're really hard to read. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's sometimes people will be using some words that I can't even understand.
Mm.
And there are elaborate words, and let's just be real. When we want to read something, we want to enjoy what we're reading, not have
Mm-hmm.
to Google or have a dictionary beside us to try to figure out what is this word here. Because let's just face it, we're living in times that a lot of people's attention spans is tiny. So you got to grab that reader. You
Right.
want to get attention. And you got to like hold them so that they get in, they enjoy it, they read, and at the end they're like, "Wow!" And they feel something, and it makes them
Mm-hmm.
feel great, make them feel emotion.
Absolutely. I mean, you want to captivate people in some capacity.
Yeah.
So, what is something really beautiful and intriguing you've seen yourself that inspired a poem?
What was that again?
If you what kind of have you ever like seen like a I don't know a landscape or like even a person or like a painting that has inspired a great poem from you?
Oh yes. I remember when I used to work in Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
We had a place I used to work called 1-800 Got Junk, and it was a junk removing company, and I really loved it. I traveled out of state, and I just would get up in the mornings, and then sometimes when it be just the sun's coming up, and I'm seeing the sun, and I'm seeing the clouds, the new day, and we're
Mm-hmm.
driving, and I see the mountains. It's just I got immense in it, and I would just describe as I'm doing.
Grab my phone. Somebody's calling.
Oh,
Yeah. Hello. Yes.
I used to work with Timothy Payton here in Martinsburg,
Uh huh.
and I'm also a published poet. But I just wanted to tell Timothy I'm proud of him. He's come a long way, and I'm very happy for him.
Somebody would like to tell you they're proud of you and that you've come a long way. What's your name, caller?
Tell Mary that used to work at Big Lots, Randy's mom.
Okay, Brandy's mom. What was your name again?
Mary Gullion.
Mary Gullion.
oh, thank you very much, there, Mary. I
Well,
appreciate that. God bless you.
I'm proud of him, boy.
she says she's proud of you. Thank you. Thank you so much for calling.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, that was nice. It's nice to have someone speak for you, and tell you that you're doing good. How does that feel for you?
It's really surreal. It's really humbling that I come on here, and for so many years, so many people told me I need to do something with my work and my poetry, and since I come on here and have done this, um, just for me on my standpoint to share. It's a really surreal and humbling and a good feeling that I can come on here and do something I love to do and
Hmm.
impact so many people out there that I've never even met in my life through all over the world. And it never gets old. It's just really surreal. It's
It
very
is.
humbling.
It's fascinating that people all over the world, can take a look at what you're doing online and be like, just be in awe of you, and you not even know sometimes how many
Yeah.
people enjoy and appreciate what you're doing. It's a fascinating process. Well, thank you so much for calling, Mary, and I'm glad you are appreciative of Timothy, and I'm sure he is as well. So you're also a painter. Can you tell us a little bit about your process as a painter? How do you go about conceiving a painting?
Yes, I actually had started painting back in 2019.
Hmm.
I had just most recently had stopped drinking and smoking and everything like that. So I was just really just coming out of just being sober, and my creativity was just off the chain. Like I just had all this creativity in me. So
Hmm.
I actually had went to a local Walmart, and they had like this canvas set. And believe it or not, I didn't know Jim Carrey was actually an artist. And
Hmm.
I seen what he was doing, and I was just wow. So technically, Jim Carrey actually inspired me to like really want to dibble dabble in it. So I went ahead and just wanted to check it out.
Hmm.
And I actually used to draw when I was younger. Before I actually wrote poetry, I used to draw and daydream and have these imaginary things going on in my
Hmm.
head. So what I would do is I just would see things that I wanted to try out. So I did it. And once I started doing painting, it became just an obsession in a sense. Just I really like this. It's very therapeutic.
Hmm.
It really helps with your creativity. So I had come to find out that I was wanted to be an abstract artist because there's no such thing as a wrong painting. And I guess in a standpoint, whenever I would write my poetry would say something different to each person, even though somebody could read something, it's going to speak to them differently. And
Hmm.
whenever I would do a painting, I like to call myself a universal artist because what I mean is I'm just the painter. The universe designs the painting. So
Hmm.
just go ahead and I do paint for it. And that's when you add acrylics into a cup, and then you get yourself a canvas and you flip the cup on the canvas, and then you spread it out, and then just something magical happens.
Hmm.
So it's just really amazes me because of the fact that sometimes when I'll just do something, just coming in, I like to learn how to do portraits and things like that, but
Hmm.
I'm still young in this. So as I evolve, just like when I did my poetry, I would go ahead and you know, get into different aspects of paints and things like that, and just really just be different. I always have to be like that type of person. Like I don't like doing what somebody else does. I like to just be in my own lane and create
Right.
my own thing, So
Absolutely. We're going to take a brief break. This is World Inkers Network. Enjoyed the break, and we'll be right back with Timothy and some of his poetry. Thanks for joining us on the program.
Prisoner, I can still smell you on my pillowcase, in the comforter and sheets. Thought about doing laundry, but decided to keep you with me just a little while longer. Riding giants. Each new love affair is like standing in front of a 50-foot wave. It looked doable from shore. Gifts. The son of a bitch left me broke and blacked out, with a stripper's name written in black Sharpie on my forearm. 3 bright orange traffic cones in my bedroom, and a 2-day hangover. He is the best friend ever. Wishful thinking. We kissed once. It was on the corner of Rampart Street and St. Peter in New Orleans. I wish I could say It was that magic movie moment with the perfect song, perfect setup, lighting just right, and bright orange moon overhead. Anticipation giving way to action like the final scene in 16 Candles, when the two main characters are kissing on a table, birthday cake shining with lit candles in between and nothing left to wish for. And when the credits rolled, everyone was already halfway home, satisfied and happy with what the stars brought to them. But our kiss wasn't like that. It was sloppy. We were drunk. The music sucked. There was spilled beer and strangers crowding our space. We could not really call it romantic. We could only admit that it happened once. There have been no second chances. I have had 1,000 more moments between that kiss and today. Some amazing, others incredible, fulfilling, and fun, but all have put me here, back here, alone, staring at the stars, with only one wish left.
Do you know that there is a publishing company that wants to make life easier for you as a writer? This publishing company is called World Inkers Printing and Publishing. We publish in all different languages, and we're looking for writers of all genres, all formats. We're looking for scholars, ghostwriters, playwrights, poets, short fiction, novelists, you name it. We're looking for anybody who is interested in writing and the craft of writing to be in touch with us. You can reach us at info.worldinkers@gmail.com. With World Inkers Printing and Publishing, you do not require a lot of money to publish with us. Contact us today at info.worldinkers@gmail.com. Become a winner with other authors at World Inkers Printing and Publishing. Give us a shot. We will surely finish you.
DUSTIN, tí wọ́n lọ ní deadline. So,
welcome back to World Inkers Network, and I'm Dustin Pickering, your host. And today we have Timothy Wade Payton, and he is going to read us a couple of his poems for us today to let us get an idea of his style and his voice. So go ahead and read us a couple of poems.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I have a few really great poems I'd like to go ahead and share.
Okay.
This first poem I'd like to share is actually entitled The Power of Poetry. And with the power of poetry, like we went ahead and spoke earlier, you know, there is power in words, and the way you convey and the way you express can really change a person's, you know, emotions and where they may be. So I actually had written this for POP, the Passion of Poetry, which is a poetry forum I'm an admin of and everything. So I actually turned it into like I say, a universal poem. So allow me to read and enjoy. To express something from within that resonates and touches so deep. Creative thoughts of multiple feelings that are felt throughout and speaks. To the heart and soul of what one is going through or has already been. Brought on by a spark, a conversation, love, or suggestion from a friend. It could be compassionate with happiness, making you feel alive. It could be from a broken place, full of despair and misery, feeling you died. It could be inspiring with motivation, being a voice for the voiceless. It could touch someone so significant, make an impact, and leaving them breathless. Written from a pen, pencil, or brush, onto paper or canvas, creating word art. Taking the scattered colors of life and emotions so it becomes a part of an individual's experience and expression, being felt so tangible, making a difference from a place that's universal and expandable. coming from a place of creativity, expressed from the depths of the mind, echoed from personal perspectives that could last the tests of time. You may never know the impact of self expression flowing free, giving hope and enlightenment from the power of poetry. And that actually was inspired by a very great friend of mine, Devin Wayne Deloso, the title, The Power of Poetry. So thank you very much, there, Devin. I appreciate that.
It's always nice to be inspired by someone.
Yes, absolutely. So you can inspire others.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. And here's something I feel right now. This is a motivational and inspirational piece that I feel right now people really need as much as inspiration and motivation they can get. So, this is a poem entitled Inspiring Advice. Advice from a universal voice. Put out that higher and positive light. Let the see the world with peace, strive, become the change you want to be, how you like the world to see. Your past does not define you. The present moment can be a brand new start for your future. Learn from past pain, not dwell in it, and use it to fire you up and to boost you. Believing in yourself is the hardest, even if no one else does or will. And the greatest motivation or motivator and worst enemy is the one you see in the mirror. Don't ever look or believe what is seen in the world for the truth or spoken about. Listen to the godly universal voice and search within to break out. That is inspirational advice. Advice from the universe.
I can see that being performed on a large stage with lights gleaming down on you, and you doing like some gestures and things, and kind of getting people moving and shaking up the audience a little bit. Very nice.
Appreciate that.
Did you have another one, or was that?
Oh, yes, I'm not really much at this time. But yes, I actually have one more. And
Okay.
this is called Humanity to Surpass. Now, this actually is going to be part of an anthology that Pop, the Passion of Poetry, will be releasing sometime this year. So be out on the look for it. So I would like to share this with you, each and every one. Redefining literature, 10 singing with compassion, evolving into such a humbling pursuit of unity, helping so many with self-discovery and relations, to live in such beautiful harmony as a community, inspiring the masses, awakening the lost, giving so much hope that comes without a cost, creating hope throughout the world and the earth, healing the sick, helping the culture with beautiful verses. Freedom is a given for all that's loving and living. When you are of love and humane, passion is the religion. Non-bias of race, culture, beliefs, or division. A teacher of lessons with prestigious poetic precision. A being of peace and patience with everlasting kindness. Treating individual with such regal and respected them so as their highness. Always on the lookout with a helping hand giving inspiration, motivation, when and wherever they can. Be the change in light for the world to see and feel. Be of a positive aura that can be felt and given so surreal. Leave a legendary impact that will live on throughout time and everlast. For the greater good of people and humanity to surpass.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So what, in conclusion, we have about a couple, maybe 2 or 3 minutes left. So what would you like to say to viewers to inspire them today at the end of the program?
Yes. I would say it like this. If you want to see a change in the world, be that change you want to see in the world. If you have a voice that you feel someone needs to hear,
Mm-hmm.
get it out there. If you have a story that you feel could be beneficial to someone else, and also most importantly yourself, you like to get it out, get that out, write it out, put it out there. It doesn't necessarily have to rhyme. It just has to have a connection with them from self, and then you can go share it throughout the world so that you may make a difference in somebody else's life as well.
Excellent. So would you like to give any thank yous or shout outs also?
Yes, I would actually. For everyone that wants to know a little bit more about me, you can check me out, Timothy Payton. That's Payton. I have some poetry groups on there. Reflection of Life of Poetry, Payton's Place of Poetry, and also Reflection of, as Payton's Paintings and Friends Poetry / Art Group. You can find those on there. And I like to also go ahead and always give thanks to God, because without him, I would be nothing. And to also do a promotional piece for, I want to go ahead and shout out with the Passion of Poetry, Poetry Forum, or POP. And I'm an admin on there. And I wanted to share some tidbits with you all. It has over 18K members and are growing at a rapid rate every single week. And they have several great contests, awards on there, and they actually have an admin by the name of Dennis Brown on there, who has a podcast called Spilled Ink, where he interviews poets and as well. And I just would like to give a shout out to each and every one that has been supporting me throughout the years, that have followed me, and I've helped inspire, and like I say, all God's grace, number one, for what I've been able to accomplish. And be on the lookout, stay tuned. It's a new year, new perspective. So therefore, new artwork and home will be coming very soon.
Well, thank you so much, Timothy, for joining us on the program today. And you had some great words to share with us and some inspiring language in your poetry. And thanks to Annette Tarpley at Passion of Poetry for connecting us. And if you have any guests that you think would be great on the program, you can get them in touch with me as well. You can suggest our program to them. We love promoting artists and writers and of all stripes and colors, and people with ideas and creative minds. We'd love to have them on the program, so be sure to pass the word on for us. And if you haven't, subscribe to the channel. Our YouTube channel is if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, hit the YouTube or like and share and comment on our page. We'd love to hear from people who have anything to say about our programming. So thank you to our caller today, Mary, and thank you so much for viewing, and also for giving in your input to the program, as well as I'm sure Timothy's grateful as well for your kind words. And if you would like to donate, anybody out there, we need the help as much as we can get. So paypal.me/NYParrot will be our support financially. You can send us some money that way through PayPal. PayPal.me/NYParrot at the banner there. PayPal.me/NYParrot. If you'd like to be a guest or on a program, we're looking for creativity. We're looking for authors, poets, musicians. If you have a spoken word performance you'd like to have shared on the program, get in touch with us. We want to hear from you. You can send me your bio, your headshot, and a couple of sample works. If you're a novelist, maybe a chapter of your book, a playwright, maybe send a scene so I can get an idea of your style and what you present. And that way I can come up with some good questions for you and be prepared. So thanks again for watching the program. Again, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. We at World Inkers Network appreciate all of our viewers and all of our supporters. So share this content, like and love, and pass it around and help us get the word out about what we're doing. We'd love to promote artists. And I'm Dustin Pickering. If you haven't written something today and you feel uninspired, now's your time. Good afternoon, and then enjoy World Inkers Network and have a great day. Do you know that there is a publishing company that wants to make life easier for you as a writer? This publishing company is called World Inkers Printing and Publishing. We publish in all different languages, and we're looking for writers of all genres, all formats. We're looking for scholars, ghostwriters, playwrights, poets, short fiction, novelists, you name it. We're looking for anybody who is interested in writing and the craft of writing to be in touch with us. You can reach us at info.worldinkers@gmail.com. With World Inkers Printing and Publishing, you do not require a lot of money to publish with us. Contact us today at info.worldinkers@gmail.com. Become a winner with other authors at World Inkers Printing and Publishing. Give us a shot. We will surely convince you.